Hello guys, it's Johnny time and welcome to another decentralized finance tutorial. Today we're going to learn how we can add simply liquidity into PancakeSwap, whether if you want just to add liquidity, whether maybe you want to do farms, you want to participate in the farms. So this tutorial is just for you. We will add together liquidity and remove liquidity, and we'll see how we can do it very easily in PancakeSwap. But before we start, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit this small bell notification button on the bottom once you click subscribe. So every time I post this kind of videos, you can get notification and learn about DeFi from my content for you guys with all my heart, with all my love. All right, now let's begin. Let's say you want to add liquidity because you want to participate in the farms, or maybe you just want to add liquidity to one of the tokens because maybe this token has a lot of trading volume and you want to get some fees from this kind of trading volume. So in order to do so, you go to pancakeswap.finance/liquidity, or basically you can just go to trade and here liquidity. All right, and this is your liquidity view. You see that right now I don't have any liquidity in my wallet because I didn't add with this wallet liquidity, but now we're gonna do it together. In order to do so, we will click here, add liquidity. And now in order to add liquidity, you need to choose two tokens that you're gonna add liquidity to. And another very important thing is that you have to add the same equivalent amount of value with this kind of two tokens. Let's say you want to add liquidity for Cake token and for BUSD. All right, so I want to add now liquidity for Cake and BUSD. And now you can click either max here or max here. Okay, so the user interface automatically lets you add the maximum amount of the tokens that your wallet have right now. But you have to bear in mind that these kind of values need to be the same, which means that you provide the same amount of liquidity in terms of Cake tokens and BUSD tokens. All right, so now the Cake price is 19.6 tokens and I have a bit more than one Cake token. If I will click one maximum here, then the equivalent BUSD value automatically will be filled and it will be $20.79. But my wallet does not have this kind of amount of BUSD, so I cannot provide liquidity that way because I have only $15 BUSD in my wallet. So you can see that here the message will be insufficient BUSD balance. In order to provide liquidity successfully, you need to have the right amount of balance in order to provide the liquidity. And then that's why I need to click max here because I have less BUSD than Cake. Okay, I cannot give more Cake because I don't have enough BUSD to back it up. It always have to be 50-50. All right, I hope this explanation is clear enough. And now I have, when I click here maximum, I see that actually I can supply the liquidity because I have enough Cake tokens that are equivalent to 15.4 BUSD tokens. All right, and here we'll see a summary of, so you can see that every Cake tokens is equivalent to 19.5 BUSD right now. This price might change as the Cake price might change. Maybe the Cake price will go higher, maybe the Cake price will go down, but right now it's 19.58 BUSD per Cake. And this is Cake per BUSD, and this is my share of the pool, okay? Because a lot of people are adding liquidity to Cake BUSD. And my share of the pool is around $30, and now the interface, the smart contract tells me that $30 is less than 0.01% of the pool, because this pool has many more tokens. If you want to check how many tokens this pool has, you can always go here to info. On these three dots, go to info, and then you can search for this particular tool. I'm going to search for Cake, and under pools right here, you will see Cake BUSD. You will see how much liquidity is being provided already to this kind of pool. It's quite slow, the user interface, unfortunately, but let's be patient. Now, it even doesn't work. Let's go to pools and Cake BUSD right here. So you can see that this kind of pool right now has $61 million of liquidity, which means that $30 are very, very low, equivalent to $60 million. Okay. Now, in order to provide the liquidity, first you will need to enable the smart contract to spend your cake tokens and your BUSD tokens. If you don't know what it is and you don't understand what it means, I have another tutorial that explains exactly what is kind of enable button and what kind of things, why it's important and what it does actually behind the scenes. Basically, behind the scenes, you are allowing the smart contracts, allow PancakeSwap Finance to spend your cake tokens, and this transaction is mandatory in order to basically supply and add liquidity. Let's see, what is the suggested gas fee? 5 is okay. So let's confirm it here. And now I'm enabling the smart contract, the liquidity smart contracts, to use my cake tokens. I will also enable the BUSD at the same time. And I will send the second transaction. You can see here the transaction received, the proof cake succeeded. Now it's enabling the BUSD. And once I enable both the cake and the BUSD token, I can supply the liquidity and add the liquidity. Now you're gonna click right here, supply, and confirm supply. And let's send the transaction. Now the transaction has been done and we're gonna take a look at it and BSC scan, and let's take a look how the transaction looks like. And now you can see that my wallet sent a transaction 9 seconds again. It interacted with the PancakeSwap router smart contracts, right? I sent 0.788 cake tokens and 15 BUSD tokens, and in return I got from the smart contract this kind of liquidity pool tokens. How do you know that you got it from the smart contract? Because you can see that the address I sent it is 00000. So now let's take a look at the wallet in the BEP20 transactions, and you can actually see that I don't have any more my cake and my BUSD tokens because I send them to the smart contracts. But if you actually go to the BEP20 transaction, you can see that I sent the cake and the BUSD tokens to the smart contract, and I got in return 2.55 liquidity pool tokens. This liquidity pool tokens represents the liquidity that now I have inside a smart contract, and you can see that it's been minted from the 00000 address because it's being minted. It was not exist before, but the smart contract created and minted these liquidity pool tokens to my wallet. So later on I can come and give the liquidity pool tokens to the smart contract and claim back my cake and my BUSD tokens, right? So these liquidity pool tokens are not traded. You cannot trade them, but you can only come back to the smart contract and get back your liquidity. And now if you go back to PancakeSwap, you can see that now you have liquidity of cake BUSD, and this is 2.552. This is the exact same amount of the liquidity pool tokens that I just got from the smart contracts. If you want to remove the liquidity and get back your cake and BUSD tokens, you can basically go to the PancakeSwap website, to the liquidity section, and then click on your liquidity. Then you're gonna click here, remove, and now you have this kind of slider that can let you choose how much of the liquidity you want to remove. We're gonna remove now all the liquidity, so we're gonna click here, maximum, and you can see that now the summary is telling me that I'm gonna get 0.7 something cakes and 15.4 BUSD. All right, so it's around the same amount that I just sent to the smart contract because it was like 2 minutes ago and the cake price has not been changed much. All right, let's say if the cake price goes up, then you will get less cake tokens and more BUSD tokens. If the cake price go down, you will get less, if the cake price go up, you will get less cake, more BUSD. If cake price goes down, you will get more cake and less BUSD. So you're basically getting more tokens of the less performing token. All right, so right now it's around the same amount because the cake price has not been changed much since we did the transaction of adding the liquidity. And this is the summary, and now I will need to enable the smart contract to use my liquidity pool tokens. So I'm gonna sign here and allow the smart contract to use my tokens, and then I'm gonna click remove in order to give back the liquidity pool tokens and get back my cake and BUSD tokens. I'm gonna send a transaction right now, and once it's done, I should get back my tokens from the smart contract. Now the transaction has been done. Let's take a look how it looks like in BSC scan behind the scenes, right? So now if we refresh the page, you see that my wallet already has the tokens again. And if we go to BEP20 tokens, you can see that I gave back the 2.55 PancakeSwap liquidity pool tokens, and I got back from the smart contract, from the router, the cake tokens and the BUSD tokens. So simply we just added and removed liquidity. This is how you do it. This is super simple, and I hope that actually now you know how to do it and this guide was helpful for you. You can see that actually I got a bit less BUSD tokens and a bit more cake tokens, which means that the cake price went down a little bit. I got a bit less BUSD and a bit more cake. Not much, just a little bit, because the cake price is being changed all the time and the ratio is being changed. So this is how simply you can add and remove liquidity from and to PancakeSwap. I hope this guide was helpful for you and you get more education by watching my videos. Thank you so much for watching and learning with me together about DeFi, about liquidity, about all these kind of things. Thank you so much, and please consider subscribing and smashing this like button for the YouTube algorithm so more and more people can get exposed to this kind of content and learn more about DeFi. Thank you once again for watching my videos, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.